Welcome back to the Y.E.S Longevity Podcast. We give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. We have a special guest today. Cathy's with us.
Hi.
How you doing? Thanks for coming with us today.
Sure.
Before we get started, I have a little housekeeping to do. Number one, we are slackers, and we will be closed this whole weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And there's always someone who shows up on a holiday who doesn't get the message, but we get it out there as best we can. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, emails, signs everywhere, but someone will still show up. But it's the first big holiday weekend, and we are going to enjoy it. The summer is here, so we're going to take the weekend off. Second, we have about a week or so left to our promotion that we're running, which you can exercise for the summer free. If you send us a referral, you become a client, you will be exercising for the summer free. So that's a nice little perk for somebody passing somebody along to us. Hopefully there's enough people out there that need our kind of services.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, we have our Summer Sizzler starting June 1st to get that body ready for the summer, melt away some fat, get a little toned, feel a little better in your clothes, and get ready for the big 4th of July weekend, which is like a whole week's celebration. And be ready for the summer. So Summer Sizzler starts June 1st. Find any information on our website, our Facebook page. Give us a call, 860-673-4293. It's all out there somewhere if you're interested. So today we have a special guest, Cathy. Cathy has been with us for not quite a year yet. Not quite a year.
Close.
Pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times we have guests on that have been with us for a decade or so, because we have been in business 21 years. And you kind of forget, why they decided to check us out and come on board at Y.E.S Fitness. But you are not that far back, so you may actually be able to remember.
I do remember.
So, what made you decide to check us out and give us a try?
Well, actually, I've known people that have been coming here for years, and as good members, they would try to recruit me occasionally. And so I was like, maybe someday, it's maybe not in the budget right yet, but maybe someday. So I knew it was a good place from what they said and how they looked. That's really the telltale. That's the deal. But I was going to another gym for years, and it worked at first. I was going, I got in great shape, and it was a good experience. And I still liked the gym, but I just found myself going less and less. And there just wasn't enough motivation to get me there. So I would just pay the monthly fee, and I wouldn't go. And I said, this is kind of stupid. So I said, I saw something in the Chamber of Commerce newsletter that was a deal to check us out, come for 30 days free, or I forgot what the exact deal was. But I said, all right, I'm going to check it out. So I called you, stopped by, we met, I came, I stayed.
You
so
stayed.
Pretty much that's it. And I stayed because it's been great.
Awesome. So I remember when you first started, so you started in July, and one of your goals, like most people that come through the door, wanted to lose a little weight, right?
Yep.
But you're a big camper.
We're going to talk about the camp story. Okay.
So Cathy likes to go camping,
I like
and I'm not saying every camper out there doesn't eat healthy, but it is a challenge. So that's right?
Lots of beer, lots of drinks, lots of fried food. You wouldn't think there'd be fried food camping, but this particular camping trip, they had a particular festive night that was called, I forgot what they called it, Fry-a-thon. I don't know. But
Fry-a-thon.
These people camp in these huge campers with like a full kitchen. We don't have that. We're pretty basic campers. But these folks we were with put on the big fry pots, and they fried Oreos and apples and you name it. They fried it. And I said, what am I can't. I said to my friend, I said, I'm not even going down to that campsite because I'm on a mission here. I joined the gym. I'm on a mission. I'm not eating that stuff. And my friend was great. And he said, I'll support you. He said, you don't have to eat anything. So I went down there with my, I think my seltzer water, no drinking. I wasn't going to drink either. And I did it. So I hung out and socialized for a while, but I didn't have any fried food. I didn't have a beer. And then I went back to my own campsite, started my own campfire because my husband was coming up later that week. So he wasn't there yet. So I started my own campfire. I made some nice chicken on my Barbie. It was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You have to make that commitment if you want to make change. We always say you got to get a little uncomfortable to make change. You got to change some things. You really have to be spot on. I mean, we talk about 2 or 3 splurges a week, which are important, but you've got to be good to really make some change in your nutrition, to make change in your body composition. It's not easy.
I was just going to say, it's not easy. And, it's been a year and, I haven't been perfect the whole year. That's for sure. But, and I think that's one of the things I really like about Y.E.S Fitness is that people acknowledge that and they're supportive of that. So they know that, if you come in and you say, oh, I've had a bad couple of weeks, they're like, that's all right, get back on track. It's not like, people look down on you if you didn't make your goal or if you had, 2 brownies. People are like, all right, well, next time maybe try drinking some more water instead of the splurge if you don't want to do that again. But people are very supportive and that's the coaches and the members. Yeah. So
no, I think we got a great culture down here. The members really support each other.
Absolutely.
You come in the morning most of the time.
I mix it up. I mix it up, but mostly morning. But lately, I've been mixing it up a little bit more. Depends on my schedule. Sometimes I have morning meetings or this or that. So I've checked out both. And what one of the things I love about Y.E.S Fitness is that it's not all local people, but a lot of them are local people. And so every time I come in, especially when I first joined, it'd be like, hey, just kind of old acquaintances, people that maybe the kids played Little League with, people that I know from just all kinds of. From some people I know from work in Torrington are here, and I say, "Hey, what are you doing here? It's great to see you." So just a lot of friendships rekindled, and I've seen that in the morning group and the evening group, so it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Fun place to work out. People always come through the door and say, when they're new, "Wow, I didn't know you worked out here." It's not like it's a secret, but people just don't realize how many people come here, and we are local. I think probably about 75% of our clients live in Burlington.
Okay.
The number one reason why someone goes to a facility is for location.
It's convenience. Convenience. But it has to work too. You can go to a place that's convenient, but if it's not doing anything for you, then really, why are you doing that? So that's this has been a great fit, and I've really enjoyed the workouts, and I like the fact that they change every month, so it doesn't get old. You're doing something new all the time, challenging different muscle groups, and there's so much more than just the workouts. I think one of the instructors has a little farm, so I get my eggs from her here. It's just great, nice little benefits. So I like that, and also what I've noticed over the past few months, there's a lot of social things too. Like we ran the Burlington Wigville race together.
Did you
and
beat
I.
my ass in that?
I did. Yes, I did.
One.
I don't know. I looked back. I thought I saw you slow down on purpose.
I don't think that's not my personality.
So
wait, you were running side by side with
Stacy. Stacy and I were racing.
Did she?
She beat me just by a little bit. Yeah, I couldn't catch her. I tried and I couldn't. I have a few years on her, so. And you got maybe just a couple on me, so maybe that's what it is.
So
we did finish in our age order, so I guess that's
that and my extra 50 or 60 pounds on you guys.
Yeah, well, when you're running,
it makes a difference.
Yeah, and then a couple weeks ago, we all went to a fitness warrior course together, and that was a blast. So just some social things that people do together, and some of the gals that work out here, they all hike on Sundays, and they're always open to just invite anybody. If you just ask, oh, what are you talking about? People don't just say, oh, you're not included. People are like, oh, come on and join us. So everyone here is just really friendly and welcoming and all about each other.
We just had a great time at Alan's birthday party. We went over to the Ninja Gym over in Torrington now. They took down a couple of racquetball courts and put a Ninja Gym in, and we saw the real Cathy Coyle because she went to town on everything on the rock wall and then the swinging and jumping, the trapeze and everything.
It was fun. Yeah, I didn't let up. I can get a little competitive at times. That was fun.
Good. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, mostly competitive with myself. I mean, I wasn't trying to beat anybody else. I was just saying to myself, I can do this. And it took me, 10 times, and I jumped off that trapeze and grabbed that hanging thing, whatever it was. That was fun.
I knew it was going to be hard, but that was super hard.
It was hard. It was very hard.
The hour went fast, but I don't know how much more than an hour I could have done.
Oh, yeah.
My arms and shoulders were shot.
I was so sore that week. Remember, I came in, I said, I just started to pick up my cup of coffee after 4 days. My arms were really sore. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a whole lot of fun. So you went through the summer, and then I think something that you've done well is, you get focused for a little while, and then you cruise some, and then you get focused again for a little while. It's very, very hard to stay focused, 52 weeks out of the year. So we came up to drop 2 jean sizes,
Mhm.
D2S, a promotion that we do that you come in, you put on a pair of jeans, you can't button the jeans, and then 8 weeks later, the jeans fit.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's very,
That was
you
fun.
know, everybody's a little leery about
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
and I
But it
was the
was
first
great.
time I did it,
Yeah.
but you did that,
I
so.
did it. And that's another thing I like about Y.E.S Fitness, that in order to keep it fresh, you know, so I've only been through, you know, a year cycle, so one cycle. So it's kind of like every time I sort of feel like, I'm kind of starting to slack a little bit, or, you know, with me, it's not the exercising, it's the eating that's the bigger challenge for me. So, you know, every time I get into if I get into a little, you know, kind of downside and saying, I'm really slacking, I'm not doing so good, then next thing I know, it's time for another challenge, and I like a challenge.
Right.
So it's fun to sign up for those, and I really like them. But the drop 2 jean sizes, that was very effective, and that was, you know, probably the best shape I've been in probably 8 years. So I felt great, I looked great, and I can't wait to get.
Now.
Well, I got a little ways to go, but you know, I'm
you know
pretty
what?
much there. But
I hear that all the time.
I'm maintaining,
You
but
maintain.
but you know, I could go whatever. There's still a little work to be done, but that's a good thing. But so I'm looking forward to Summer Sizzlers.
Oh, you can do Summer Sizzler?
I think so.
Okay,
I got to find out a little more about it, but I think so. It's always fun to do a challenge.
You know, I think a little while back you tried to kick it up a notch again a little bit, and accountability is the key.
It's the big A word.
It's the big key, because you know, when we do drop 2 jean sizes, you got to show me your food journal. You got to have a little meetings, and if you did holiday hold'em, it's the same kind of thing. So now Summer Sizzler. You know, nutrition has a little bit of tweak to it than we normally do, but it's about accountability.
It's totally about that.
Yes.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And the other thing is, what's nice here, it's not just I have to come find you. I mean, you know, you're the owner, you're busy, you've got a lot of clients to tend to, but all of the instructors, like I can say to Brenda, who I work out with in the morning, you know, Brenda, listen, and that was actually one of your newsletters that you sent out about accountability and talk to any coach. And so I said to Brenda, hey, Brenda, you know, I'm having a little trouble with the nutrition part. Will you kind of hold me accountable, and can I turn in my journal? And so she sends me a text every couple of weeks. How you doing? Can you print out your journal? And, you know, checks in with me. And that's kind of what, you know, even though I come often, I still need that accountability, and I need to be accountable. So,
well, I think that, you know, I don't know what gym you went to, and you were successful there. You went there for a long time. You got in good shape, things like that. But, you know, that type of facility, other than the coaching center like ours, you don't get that kind of accountability. You don't get that. You might develop some friends and things like that. You get into a little bit of rut and things like, next thing you know, it's a year later and you haven't really gotten to where you want to be or done the things that you want to do. So I think that is one of the benefits of coming to our type of facility.
I agree. And I think that's, you know, a credit to what you've created and the philosophy that you've created here, because I have been to gyms where they've tried to do that, but, you know, they're bigger organizations and they have staff that come and go, and, you know, you set that tone and you make all of your instructors be accountable to that philosophy, and that really works. So I credit you for that.
Well, you know, bigger businesses and smaller businesses, you all have their advantages and disadvantages, and that's one of our advantages, that we are small, and you know, you're going to see my face, and you're going to see my coaches are going to know everything about you. So that's all good stuff. So, since you've been at Y.E.S Fitness, what can you tell me? What have you gained?
What have I gained? I haven't gained any weight. That's a good thing. It's like, what haven't I gained? So I haven't gained weight.
We haven't gained weight.
Lost a good bit of weight, so that's good. But what I've gained is, I think just a place that I know that I'm accountable to, that, you know, I pay every month, and, you know, it's not really inexpensive. So, you know, you're sort of, you buy into it because you've made a commitment. So that's the way I look at it, is that I've made a big commitment to come here, and that makes me really hold myself to it, because I want to come here and I want to make good on the promise I made myself and to my checkbook. So I make sure that I do it. So I think that I've gained that a habit, and I think that's really what lifelong fitness is. It's a habit. So I've gained, that's what I say that I've gained is kind of making that habit, and then paying more attention to the nutrition on an ongoing basis. So, and that's huge.
No matter how much we contact you, if you're not here, no matter how much we try to motivate you, try to give you accountability, if it doesn't come from you and your why, and you're really wanting to get it done, it's not going to get done. So it's a tribute to you.
Yeah, well,
and your
thanks.
your dedication to yourself.
Well, I'm here for the long haul, so both on the planet and Y.E.S Fitness.
Well,
So you got to take care of
a real
yourself.
job anytime soon, so I'm going to be around for a while.
So, no, it's been great. I really enjoy coming, and everyone's just so supportive of each other. That's the other thing I like, is that it's not just the coaches that will say, great job on that. That was great form, or look at you pushing that weight. It's the members. They support each other, and they notice. We all notice when another one is pushing a weight or doing more than we think they've done before, because you get used to what people are doing. So we cheer each other on a lot.
What do you like better? You like the get lean class where you go metabolic, or do you like the get strong class?
Oh, I'm totally strength.
Totally strength,
absolutely,
huh?
Yeah.
Well, you're a runner.
Yeah.
So you get some of that anyway,
I still run. So I'm out in the community running, 2 days a week.
Yeah.
So I feel like I get my cardio doing that.
Yeah.
So when I come here, I like to use the weights. I like to do the strength. And I just always like that more. To me, it's more of a challenge. Yeah. Cardio to me can get a little bit, although here it's not boring, because it feels to me like it's a similar workout, because you're going station to station, you're changing it up every time, and you're still using your muscles, but in more of a metabolic sense. So I like them both, but I prefer the strength. That's my favorite.
I think one of the main things that I've learned being in business this long is that how much women really like to lift weights, and they like to feel strong. They like to feel that pump of those. I mean, look at you. You're not a large woman, and you lift heavy weights. They like that feeling in that what's the word I'm thinking of? I can't think of the word, but can't think of the word, but they like to feel strong, and they like to feel the muscles being tight and strong, totally, and stuff like that. And in the beginning, long time ago, I kind of like, wow, what am I doing? Well,
it's about being toned. I think one of my goals is that I like to wear my shorts in the summer and sleeveless tops, and I want to look my best. So lifting is a way to kind of really tone up the muscles and make them look good. And so I like that. I like to look in the mirror and say, oh, and that's some nice definition there. So that's what I'm going for. And some people don't care about that, but I got to be honest, I do. So nothing wrong with honesty.
What's your favorite exercise?
My favorite exercise.
Do you like upper body or lower body?
I think upper. Yeah. I think maybe that's because it's more of a challenge for me. My lower body is stronger. So squats, and I like to do squats, and who likes to do squats, but comparatively, but they're not as hard for me as picking up 25 pounds and really trying something new. So that's why I think I enjoy doing the upper body, just because it's more of a challenge for me.
What exercise do you hate the most?
I don't know. I don't hate any. I don't hate any of them. I don't know. I'm sure there's one, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. And like you say,
if you told me you were going next month's
exercise.
exercise.
And like you say, it changes every month. So it's like you don't even do it long enough. Even if you hate something, or you're saying, oh, I really don't like this one, before you know it, you come 4 weeks and you're onto something new. So it's like, okay, I can deal with it for 4 weeks. That's what I like.
That's about the time frame. Why we change the way we change is, and we've done some podcasts on this fact that muscle confusion is ridiculous, because your muscles don't have a brain. They can't get confused. You got to do a workout about 3 to 6 times. So if you come in once a week and twice a week, because you got to get both day and day B, you're going to see a workout 4 or 5 times, and that's the sweet spot, because after that, your mind starts to get bored and your body starts to get bored. It change. So that's why we do it on a month like that.
And I like that.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah,
it's working. So you've been here. Do you have any new goals?
Yes.
Because we're going to make you accountable now, because they're
all
going
right,
to hear this.
Tell the world.
We're going to tell the world.
So, I have a weight goal in mind that I usually get to when I mind the diet and work out as I have been. So, my weight goal is.
You don't have to tell us a number. How many pounds?
Oh, I don't say a number. All right, that would be 4 pounds.
Oh, 4 pounds. We can do that in summer sizzle.
So 4
absolutely
pounds.
4 pounds in summer sizzle.
So,
that'll be.
So that's what I'm shooting for, and I know that with that will come a little more tone, and just got some skirts in the closet that are a little tight. So looking forward to that.
We'll take care of that.
Yeah. So that's my goal.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So for those people who don't know about us or thinking about trying this out, what would you tell that person that might be on the fence?
I would say definitely check it out. It's a great group of people. It's a great concept. It's local if you live in this area. But there's some people that come from Simsbury, and it works. If it works into your schedule, you definitely want to come here and try it out. Very supportive environment, but mostly it's results oriented, and I think that's what keeps me coming back, is that I see progress, and I see progress. There's also some great role models. I look at some of the women that work out here, and I look at the instructors, and they're in great shape. They're strong, they're healthy, and I think that the motivation is that the strength that I build today is going to keep me active tomorrow. And, I've got a lot of longevity in my family, so I'm going to be here when I'm 90. So my goal is that
Nice.
I'm really still in good shape, and I can still get out and, maybe not going to be running when I'm 90, but still hopefully walking around and exercising and being active and doing as much as I can. So you got to start that. Don't wait to start. That's really the message, I think, that you got to get out there and start and build up those muscles. And, I even if I, get clumsy and I trip or something, I find myself saying to myself, all right, if I wasn't strong and I wasn't going to the gym, that little trip could have been, something really more serious. Yeah. So I realize that the strength I'm building is keeping me healthier on an everyday basis.
Nice. Thank you. Well, we really enjoy coaching. You're a lot of fun. You push yourself hard. You work real hard. We enjoy working with people that push themselves. It's a lot more fun than someone who's just going through the motions.
Yeah.
They're here to try to make change, because we're here to help people get made change. That's why we're doing this.
That's great.
So I appreciate you coming on board with us today.
My pleasure.
And saying some kind words about us. And we'll be celebrating you 1 year very soon.
1 year. Yep. Looking forward to it.
That's very cool. So,
good.
That's what we have for you today. Look for us next Tuesday at 3:30, where I am going to go through, I believe, my story.
Your story.
My story, how it all started and where this
right.
all and how this came to be. And I have an announcement on that day about something special.
Great.
So tune in next week. And then a week after that, we have Kim is coming on.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. So I appreciate your time again. So everybody have a great evening. And look for us next week. We're going to give you more insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. Thanks.
I got one more curl, I'm done.